Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. And good morning. Alhamdulillahillazi hadana lihaza wa ma kunna linahtadiya laula an hadanallah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. First of all, I would like to thank to all participants who joined our online continuous professional development program hosted by Center for Academic Development, Universiti Putra Malaysia. So today we have organized a special program entitled International Institutes of Online Education, IIOE Digital Educators Micro-Credential. So Alhamdulillah, we are able to host this event today, and we bring you two distinguished speakers that will talk about micro-credential efforts at Universiti Putra Malaysia. Of course, let me give you a brief about this program. IIOE is a national center for online education sponsored by UNESCO, International Center for Higher Education Innovation, ICHEI. This program is co-organized by IIOE and Center for Academic Development, Universiti Putra Malaysia. It is part of the activities in the IIOE pilot study about the digital transformation of higher education in Malaysia. So for your information, we have developed two micro-credential courses, namely Artificial Intelligence for Personalized Learning and Post-Pandemic Pedagogical Innovation for High-Flex Learning, are piloted for the Digital Educators Professional Development, which covers most of the essential and timely competencies for educators in higher education, teaching and learning. So for today, of course, we have two developers of micro-credential courses in Universiti Putra Malaysia. First, we have technologist Dr. Nurul Emelina Nashiruddin. She is a senior lecturer at the Faculty of Computer Science and Information Technology, Universiti Putra Malaysia. Let me share with you a brief sort of curriculum vitae, CV. She is also a professional technologist registered with the Malaysian Board of Technologies. Dr. Emelina's primary research interests are in multimedia and e-learning technologies, particularly intelligent systems that aid in teaching and learning experiences. She has extensive experience in both academic and industrial projects involving the development of multimodal educational technologies. So among her recent projects are: first, improving the consistency and meaningful of a chatbot for education, promoting health awareness to young people through a series of mobile game, and advancing the teaching and learning of the medical undergraduates program using reusable learning objects. So thank you very much, Dr. Amy, for joining us. Of course, the next speakers will be the one and only Associate Professor Dr. Nur Fadilina Muhammad Sharif. She is an Associate Professor at the Department of Computer Science, Faculty of Computer Science and Information Technology, Universiti Putra, Malaysia, and is currently serving as the Deputy Director Innovation in Teaching and Learning at the Center for Academic Development in UPM. She obtained her PhD from University of Bristol, UK in Intelligence System and Masters of Science in Software Engineering from Universiti Putra, Malaysia. Her bachelor study was on Bachelor IT in Science and System Management. Dr. Fadilina's main research interests are in artificial intelligence and data science, especially in solving sentiment analysis, question answering, chatbot, and recommendation system problems. Her current research focuses on digital twin, deep reinforcement learning, and various deep neural network architecture for multitasking, multi-criteria, and multi-objective optimization. She has also been active in e-learning projects revolving around learning analytics, personalized learning, and active learning. Her consultancy projects revolve around data science for public and private agencies. She is usually assigned to teach courses related to artificial intelligence and general computer science skills such as data mining, intelligent computing, algorithm design and analysis, and research methods in computer science. In her teaching, she usually emphasizes on experiential learning and believes blended learning is the best method to learn and teach. She uses multiple teaching modalities to ensure engaging delivery and so that higher order thinking skills could be obtained. In her portfolio at CADe, her mantra is for innovative educators to innovate both face-to-face and online learning as the important tools to deliver meaningful learning experience. So, Associate Professor Dr. Nur Fadilina will be joining us shortly. And without further ado, I would like to call upon technologist Dr. Nurul Amelina to deliver her sharing session. The screen is yours, Dr. Amy.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. CADe. Assalamualaikum, very good morning to all of the participants. My name is Emelina. You may call me Amy. So I'm from the Faculty of Computer Science and Information Technology. So I will be sharing with you some introductions on what we have in UPM because we have developed a few micro-credential courses and it's still quite new concept in UPM. Okay, so allow me to share my screen. Okay. All right. Okay, at the starting of our sharing session today, I will showcase our three micro-credential promotional video. And then we will together create an account in our micro-credential, which is a Putra MOOC platform. And then we will go through some of the courses that are available there. Okay, so let me play. Dr. CADe, can you hear the sound? Okay, hold on. I think I should okay, stop share. It's quite some time since we have online classes. Okay, share sound. All right. Okay, so I hope this time it works. Okay. Okay. All right. So that is the three. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. Okay. So that is the three promotional video. Okay, and two of them are actually the courses that we have offered. Okay, in the micro credential. So we will be in this talk. I think we will be using. Exploring. Two out of three courses that are available under the umbrella of artificial intelligence for education. So I will be sharing again my screen. Okay. In UPM, okay, we have the usual platform that we have been using for sharing our online open online courses, which is the Putra MOOC. So for micro credential courses, we will park under the same platform. Okay, so in order for all of the participants to enable you guys to join in the courses and follow all the micro credential courses that we will be sharing with you today. So you need to have an account, okay, in the Putra MOOC. So I hope that if let's say you don't have an account in the Putra MOOC yet, so you can try to log in ataupun sign up, okay, in this through this website. So okay, this is the step-by-step a step for registering the Putra MOOC. So if you would like to register later, also you can do it later. But I will using this platform to share my micro credential course, okay, for today lah. Okay, so basically in this Putra MOOC, we have a few tabs on top of the websites. Okay, so if you can hover on the courses, okay, I think I will share. I'm not sure whether you have the link. Sekejap. Mana saya punya ni? Sekejap terkeluar pula. Okay, the link is putramook.upm.edu.my. Okay, so I've shared on the chat. Okay, so you can go to the link and then we can go together using the same platform lah. Okay, so you can go to the list of courses. There is an option, either you can click on Putra MOOC or micro credentials. So you can go directly to micro credentials. Okay, but for those who have not, currently not in front of a suitable device to use, you can just follow me. But basically, if you want to find the courses is by using the same the steps that I've mentioned. So there are quite some of the faculties are actually developing the Putra micro credential courses in UPM. Okay, but the one that we will be focusing today is on actually by the Faculty of Computer Science. Okay, on the artificial intelligence umbrella, we can call it umbrella. So when you click on the Faculty of Computer Science and Information Technology, if you can see, there are three different courses, okay, readily available for you to register and also to follow the modules. And you can somehow, if you finish all of the activities, assignments, assessment, everything in each of the courses, you can get a micro credential certificate. Okay, so we will be using, I will be the one who share on the chatbot for learning with Dialogflow ES. So I'm the developer along with Dr. Nurfadlina. Okay, we have developed this, and then I will go through this one with all of you. And also later on, Dr. Fadlina will, will share on this artificial intelligence and data literacy for educators. So basically, IIOE, they are actually trying to make, to promote digital educations among all of the educators. So they have tried to focus on two different competencies. One of them is AI for educators. So that is why we are here today to share with you some of the introductions on what is AI and what is AI for educators. So this is the two courses that you can follow through. There is also one course, Artificial Intelligence for Society. This is, the method or the content is much more general. So you can also follow this course if you would like to. All right, so for this, for my session, I will go through the chatbot for learning. Okay, so you can click on that. So you supposedly, if you want to register, you need to have the account. Okay, so you can fill in the. Okay, so you can fill in. So if you want, I think, Dr. Kaiser, should we give some time for the participant to register for the Putramook account?
Yes, I think our session will be much more of hands-holding approach. So let's give our participants some time to sign in into our Putramo account. For
Okay.
I think for UPM user, you shall be able to log in using your UPM ID because I'm signing using UPM ID. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So for those participants who are from UPM, you can try to sign in using your UPM ID. For those outside UPM, you can try to register. Okay, for account. I think the step is through the videos. Okay, that being shared. I shared with you earlier. So I will give maybe around 5 minutes until 10:25. Okay, for you to make sure that you have an account and register, log in. Okay, and then manage to find this course, chatbot for learning with Dialogflow. Okay, I will find where is actually. Okay, if you have problems in signing, maybe you can ask for our help. Okay, I think CADe has a few staff on standby as well.
Yep, please let us know if you encounter any problems to sign in into your own Putramo account. So we'll assist.
So I will try to log out first. Okay, and then we can go. You can go to login. Okay, there is one instruction here. Okay, when you scroll down, okay, the step is you click on the login button. Okay, on the main page of Putramook. Scroll down until throughout the end of the page, there is one button, create new account. So you can go there and create a new account for yourself. Okay, so once you have create an account in the Putramook, you can have access to Putramook courses and micro-credential courses in UPM. So you can try to do that first. Okay, I repeat again. If you want to find the button for creating an account, you should click on the login button. There is one button called login on the right hand side and top of the Putramook page. Go down until the end of the page. There is one button, create a new account there. Okay, so you can try to do that.
So Tammy, for
Yes.
the trial versions of our micro-credential courses, we don't have to pay anything, right?
No.
So, Yeah, so it's
Currently,
okay.
it's free.
Yeah,
Later
that's the
on,
best part.
it might be charged lah.
Mm.
Okay. There are also some of the participants in the last few days who met me are actually asking what is the content of this talk, this sharing session. Some of them imagine that this sharing session is actually to create a new micro-credential course. Okay, but actually before creating, I will personally invite all of you to feel or go through yourself what is actually the student will follow through a course in micro-credentials. In the list of courses that is already being developed in the Putra MOOC for the micro-credential course, there is one course on how to develop micro-credential course is there already. You can just register and then follow the course until the end. Saya pun baru 66%. Okay, so there is a few assignments that you need to submit lah, so you can follow through, and then somehow you can create your own course of micro-credential later on. Okay, but for today, I will share what I have developed, okay, along with Dr. Fadlina, so that you can see examples lah on a micro-credential course, and maybe for your own course, you can develop almost the same. But for the digital educator in IIOE, what we would like to all of you to achieve is actually to be able to have the competency of a digital educator, including the current technology that in teaching and learning that using the artificial intelligence. So we are promoting this course lah for today's sharing session. Okay, any of you who encountered any problem in creating the account, boleh unmute dan juga tanya teruskan. I think one of the ways you can unmute and ask. Okay, once you have logging in, you will have the same interface, okay, almost the same interface as mine. Okay, there are altogether right now we have 4 courses. Okay, we have is it 4? This course overview we have. Okay, this is all the recently accessed course. I think this is Putra MOOC. Okay, we can go to this micro-credential again. Okay, so there are some of the courses is being underdeveloped, still ongoing, okay, under development, okay. But for today, we will be using those from our faculty, Computer Science and Information Technology. So there are 3 courses that is already being offered. Okay, so you can go there and then click on that. So okay, so I think I can start with the objective lah of this sharing session today is I would like to introduce one technology. Is artificial intelligence based technology for that you can replicate and then you can use and develop for your own course. Okay, so it is called Chatbot. Okay, Dialogflow is the one that the platform that we will be using. So I will go through some of the steps with you lah. Okay, so this is the micro-credential course for the Chatbot for Learning with Dialogflow ES. In this course, we will have 3 modules, okay, or topics or chapters lah. And if you would like to have the micro-credential certificate, okay, certified by UPM, you need to complete all 3 modules. Okay, so in this course, one module will, if you finish all of them, you will get 1 digital badge. Okay, so if you would like to have the micro-credential course of Chatbot for Learning with Dialogflow ES, you need to have all the 3 digital badges. So I hope I'm very clear on that. So each of the modules will, you will get one module, one digital badge for one module. So if you want to get the certificate, you need to receive 3 digital badges. Okay, so how you would like to, how you need to have, in order for you to get the digital badge for each of the module, you need to complete all the activities. Okay, it's like the same concept as what we have been giving to our student. Okay, so we have we can have videos, we can have assignments, we can have assessment. So you also need to have all of this. You can also have all of this in the module, but you need to have one assessment. It's like compulsory to add one assessment in terms of maybe assignment, quizzes, or any activities that have scores. Okay, so in order for my course, I state here you need to score for the quizzes or assignment more than 55% above in order for you to get the digital badge. Okay, so although you follow all of the activities, but when your score is lesser than this, you still could not get a digital badge for this. Okay, so I think this one should be clear lah. So that's why I'm mentioning here. Okay, so this is some of the introductions on Chatbot for Learning. Okay, as what I mentioned, there are 3 modules. Okay, each module will have, you will get one digital badge for that. If you complete all of these 3 modules, you will get your micro-credential certificate. Okay, I will go through what this course will give to you. In terms of the activities and assignment assessment. So this is the module 1, concept of Chatbot for Learning. So my plan today is because I have only, berapa aja? 1 hour, 1.5 hour. So I will try to complete, we will try to complete together the module 1. Okay, if you follow me through, we complete all of this. By today, you will get the digital badge for concept of Chatbot for Learning, 1 digital badge. Okay, we also have the module 2, okay, planning and design of chatbot, and then we also have module 3. Okay, so this is where you need to build your own chatbot for learning. Okay, if you complete all of these, you will get the micro-credential certificate lah. That shows that you are actually a chatbot developer. Okay, so this is one of the objectives of the IIOE initiatives. So these are the same as what we have been sharing with our student in the Putra Blast. Okay, so you feel free to stop me if you want to ask me any question. I will just continue with the module 1. Okay, all right. So okay, so one more thing, if you can see on my screen on the right hand side, there is like a checklist in each of the activities, assignment, and also notes. Okay, so in order for you to get the digital badge for this module 1, okay, so you need to make sure all of these are being ticked. Okay, kena ada tick. If I'm mistaken, warna hijau. Okay, green tick on this. In this each of these activities. So all of them, and then you pass the quiz here, more than 55%. So you can get the digital badge for this module. Okay, so any question before I start? Okay, so you can try to click in each of the link there. So there are 4 activities that we need to complete. Okay, so we can go with the slideshow. Okay, number 1. Oh, dia tak boleh buka. Oh, kejap. Saya buka here. Okay. So I will share through here. It's much more bigger in my screen. Okay, so this sharing session is actually the twofold session lah. One is actually for sharing with all of you one of the technology in teaching and learning. Okay, another one objective is actually to share with you what is actually micro-credential course that we have in UPM. Okay, so maybe later on you would like to create your own course. So this is actually the things that you can have in your courses later on. Okay, so in this, in today, my plan is to complete all the module 1. Okay, but you are free to complete another 2 modules, module 2 and module 3, maybe whenever you are free. And then we, because in module 2 and module 3, we will have some assignment, okay, for you to create your own chatbot. Okay, so once you have, let's say you have complete creating the chatbot, you submit the assignments in this platform, and then I will be the one, because I'm the instructor, I will be the one who will give grades for your chatbot. And then once you have completed all of the modules, you can get the digital certificates. So that is the plan, because I think we could not finish all of the modules by today, because it need to, you have to develop a chatbot, so it will take some time. So in this session, I will share with you some of the chatbot introduction, so that you are actually aware of what is actually a chatbot. Because I think throughout my my experience, in my experience, some of the participants haven't heard about chatbot. They may know, but they could not, couldn't see what is actually the chatbot means. Okay, usually they akan confused dengan our chat box. Chat box yang dekat dalam Zoom kan, we have the chat box tu. So it's totally different. Okay, so on this module 1, I will give some overview on chatbot technology and also what is chatbot for learning. Okay, the LO, it should have LO lah because it's a course. So we, at the end of the lesson, participants should be able to explain basic concept of chatbot for learning. Usually, chatbot is being used widely in service and also business industries. One of the example that I would love to give is actually the Air Asia, our Air Asia kapal terbang flight. They have the AVA, I think Air Asia Virtual Assistant. The full name, the short name is AVA, where you are actually communicating with that robot or chatbot to book or to cancel or to ask anything. Okay, because they don't have a human assistant anymore. Maybe towards the end, if your problems couldn't be solved by the chatbot or robot, you can talk with a human. But nowadays, most of the industries are moving toward using chatbot. Because why? Because it helps to minimize the human interactions, okay, in answering the same questions again and again. To reduce repetitive tasks, okay, one of the most important objectives of using chatbot. Okay, so I will go through some of the examples, but most of them are focusing on education because the topic is chatbot for learning. Okay, so what is chatbot? It's actually a shorter form of chatting robot. Okay, is an artificial intelligence technology. Okay, it communicate and interact with people using natural language. Okay, so you can use English if the chatbot is in English. You can use Malay if the chatbot is in Malay to accomplish specific tasks in a specific domain or on a specific topic. Okay, so usually one chatbot focusing on one domain. Okay, but there are also other chatbots that covers general topic as well. Okay, so it depends on what is your objectives. Okay, it offers a conversational question and answer format, okay, as well as screen tools that mimic human assistance. The best chatbot is when people using the chatbot, they could not actually realize that they are actually talking to a robot. They feel that they are talking to a human. So that is the the chatbot that we are looking for, how to make the user feel that they are actually talking to another human, okay, not a robot. So this is one of the example of chatbot for learning English, okay, called Go Correct. Okay, so this is example. So what does this chatbot do is we somehow type a sentence, and the chatbot will reply, okay, and give suggestions or information if we have any mistakes in our chatbot. In our stacks, okay, sentences. So they will have some this tagging lah. Okay, this is some error. You should replace with this word. Okay, so this is one of example that we can do in our chatbot. Okay, other than the term chatbot, it also being referred to as conversational agents because the way that you talk with a chatbot is by conversing, okay, conversation, conversational interface, chat agents, or simply bots. Okay, because it's a robot, so it can be chatbot, it can be more than chatting. Sometimes you can use your own voice other than typing. So that is similar to Siri. Okay, so you will have these terms, okay, being used interchangeably. So chatbot is only an interface to a software services in the same way that a website can be interface for reserving a place in a restaurant. So it's actually an interface. Because previously, let's say we would like to reserve a place when we want to go for a restaurant, we reserve a place. So either we type in a form or maybe we have a talk. So we will use websites to do that. But now we have, Dr. Fadina is here. So we have interface in the way that using mobile application such as this Elsa, okay, or maybe we can have an interface like using Telegram or WhatsApp, okay, like on the right hand side. So this is actually the two examples, okay, how different interface can be used in a chatbot. Okay, we have Elsa. Okay, this one I really like this chatbot because you can improve your English pronunciation and fluency by talking to the chatbot, and they will analyze whether your pronunciation is correct. Okay, whether you are fluency in your when you talk with the chatbot, so you can somehow assess your own English pronunciation and also fluency. So I gave the link here. You can try if you have the time. So we another one is BakerBot. Okay, so this is actually chatbot developed by one of the students of our faculty. She developed a simple chatbot to explain the basics of breast cancer disease. Okay, not until they can diagnose, but if you want to know what is the basic things of on the disease, you can somehow ask the bot. Okay, so this is examples of another two chatbots. Okay, so chatbot is not new. The first chatbot is actually being created on the 1966. Okay, so saya pun tak ada lagi, tak wujud lagi. So it's actually being created the chatbot is called Eliza. Okay, so Eliza is the developer create Eliza that emulates a therapist, a psychological therapist. Okay, so because during that time the technology is not very high end enough, so some people actually thought that this Eliza is actually a human, okay, not a chatbot. Okay, so but the content, the brain of Eliza is like a psychotherapist, so it's not very general. Some of the question she couldn't answer, but if you can see the text here, okay, I've screenshot some of the apa dipanggil text or questions and answering here. You can see that a certain it's like a therapist lah. Okay, so you can see, you can also try. This is the link. You can also try to talk to Eliza. What you can so you can feel what is actually a chatbot will works. Okay, other cases that being used in I mean chatbot is being used. There are a lot actually, so I've categorized into these three and then others. Okay, so we have education. Most of the chatbot that I've looked into are actually on language learning. Okay, how to learn learning language. So we have like Mondly, if you can see down here. So it it's not solely a chatbot. It is an application, a mobile application, but it has chatbot function in there. It teach a lot of languages, and you can install the applications and then use chatbot inside the applications. It's like the ELSA that I've mentioned earlier. Okay, Georgia State and also UO People, these two applications are actually a service chatbot, where Georgia State is a university in the United States. They have a chatbot only for for the student to ask certain question about the general question about the university. Usually in website we have the FAQ section kan, factual and question something, FAQ. Okay, so they listed the question, what is the answer, the question, what is the answer. So to reduce the repetitive task to ask the same question again and again, they can develop this kind of chatbot. Okay, so this is one of example. In health and also retail, there is a lot, especially in health. It's same as what we have in our BekaBot. So in health, they have for it's very general. Okay, we have WHO has their own chatbot. We have MedWhat, just to ask any symptoms or that you currently have, and then they will advise you whether you should go to the hospital and whatsoever. Okay, and then we have retail. Yeah, I think this is quite a lot. This also just pick a few that is quite that well known. Okay, and also others. Okay, so if you can see, the first one is the Ava that I mentioned previously, Asia chatbot. We have also Putri. Putri is the chatbot for Plus. Okay, we also have one chatbot for MP Klang, Majlis Perbandaran Klang. This is one of the chatbot to maybe to help with the information sharing across the Majlis Perbandaran Klang citizens. And other than that, we have the KLM, CNN. Okay, all of them are actually moving towards using chatbot. Okay, and also can reduce some of the human, okay, to answer certain repetitive questions, okay, from the users. Okay, from the examples that I've shared, you can see that there are different ways of using or developing or deploying a chatbot. So you can have a chatbot on the instant messaging service like WhatsApp, Telegram, and also Messenger. Okay, so where you create this chatbot and then you plug in your WhatsApp or deploy on your WhatsApp, Telegram, and Messenger, and then you can use these services to talk with your chatbot. You can also have web-based applications. Okay, this is like Ava, as I've mentioned. When you go to aasia.com.my, so you will have Ava floating on your right-hand side of your screen. Okay, so that is the web-based application. You can also have standalone applications like ELSA. Okay, where you have an application, you have chatbot as one of the functions in that application. So there are 3 different channels of deploying chatbot. Okay, so I categorize into 3. Okay, any question? Okay, so advantages of using chatbot is instant. Okay, let's say you want to ask any question, you can just ask directly. Okay, there is no delay in the responses, okay, of your questions. It is timely, okay, engaging. Okay, some of chatbot is engaging, but some of them are not. But we are trying to have an engaging chatbot, okay, as one of the to make sure that the chatbot is good enough. This is the most important advantage: simultaneous service to unlimited users. Let's say I'm using Elsa right now. You are also using Elsa. So you are asking your own question. I'm asking my own question. It does not it doesn't have any conflict. Okay, so you can have the same services. You can ask any questions, and your friend is using the same chatbot, so it can answer to you simultaneously. Okay, so it is simultaneous service and unlimited users. Okay, so it can also have personalized feedback to the users depending on what you are asking. Okay, it might be different with your with other users' questions. Okay, for the development, okay, there are basically 2 ways, okay, 2 approaches. One is rule-based, okay, one is AI-powered. Okay, rule-based is keyword-driven, where you need to teach or train, okay, your chatbot platform that you want to develop later on with the keywords that you would like to have. Okay, like for example, your user would like to, for this example is for, I think, for booking table in a restaurant. So you should, when we are booking, our intention is to book a table in a restaurant. So the keyword that we'll be using, usually booking, book, cancel booking, book a table. So these are some of the examples of the keyword. So they are really looking towards, very keyword driven, okay, according to what are the keywords that might be asked by the user. So this is one of examples of chatbot that you can have. Response mainly based on manually drafted rules, okay, because it's a rule based. So you can have something, you should have something like this is the set of question. So if the user asks this question, this is the answer. If the user asks this question, this is the answer. So it can be something like that. Okay, it can also be much more intelligent, where you can find synonyms or related answer of related concepts for the answers that you have listed as the FAQ as well. Okay, it's difficult to scale because they are depending on the rules that you have created. If the question, the user asks questions out of the knowledge bank of your chatbot, it might have errors in answering the questions. Okay, so we can try to look at that later on. Compared with any question, saya dengar macam ada nak tanya soalan? Alright, so I proceed. Okay, so compared to AI, AI is artificial intelligence powered, so it's a very high level chatbot. Okay, compared to the rule based. Rule based is also AI based, but when we are using the AI powered platform, or approaches is much more high level one lah. Okay, it driven by machine learning, okay, to get smarter over time. So it can the chatbot can take the answers from the users, and they can train and learn from the answers, and they get smarter, okay, from this chatbot. So it can also employ the natural language processing to understand user inputs. Okay, highly scalable, okay, due to a broader range of decision-making skills. So compared to rule-based, it's highly scalable because they are learning by getting the user's answer. So if more users use the chatbot, it gets smarter and smarter. Okay, so this is the two main approaches for developing a chatbot. Okay, what time is it now? Right. Okay, so chatbot in education, basically when I do some literature to find other chatbots that being used in education, basically there are two categories. Okay, one is for service support. Okay, one is for teaching. Okay, service support in terms of like a chatbot for admission, registration. For example, the one that in the university I've mentioned, they have a chatbot for this in order for the student to ask, okay, for example, where is the lecture hall A, where is the lecture hall B, how can I register this course, when is this course will be offered. Okay, so this kind of questions that always being asked by current student or future students and also visitors can use this chatbot and then they get the answer directly. Okay, so we can have FAQs about university. Okay, maybe introducing students to university life, and also we can have library service in the chatbot as well. Okay, compared with the teaching chatbot, teaching is more or less the same as what we have looked previously, the ELSA, BeccaBot, Go Correct. Okay, so this is to teach or to tutor or to make sure that the student learn, okay, by using this chatbot. So it can be a formal versus it can be a formal and informal education. It can also be class assistant. For example, you want to share announcement, okay, like what we have been doing using our WhatsApp. So we want to share, okay, tomorrow class is cancelled, is postponed, so we can send reminders as well. So the chatbot can be an assistant for your class management, and also it can be a virtual patient if you have the content is more or less towards for doctors and patients field. Okay. This is one of example of a comprehensive chatbot for educational purpose. So we are actually trying to achieve this, okay, to inform or to notify the students, hey, you still have a lot of things to do. The deadline is this, but you only managed to cover 50% of the tasks that you should have. See, so if you don't log into the chatbot, then the chatbot will say, hey, I haven't seen you quite some time, so you have a reminder, one assignment due today. So this is actually what we are trying to achieve. Okay, but it will take some a very comprehensive artificial intelligence to create this kind of chatbot. Okay, so other than that, you can other than these two purposes, you can also have the additional education roles such as provide administrative support, offer proactive feedback, and etc. Okay, so these are all the roles that can be embedded in a chatbot, okay, for your own purposes. Okay, so this is the one that I've mentioned, Mondly. I've tried to learn Spanish, so this is what I've found out. Okay, so you can type in or you can record your voice, and they can help to teach you the basic Spanish words. Okay, so it can be a teaching assistant. Okay, it can be can help you to answer student queries. Okay, repetitively the same questions without board. Okay, question and answerings are usually repetitive processes. Okay, thus chatbot are time-saving alternatives. So this is the main objectives of chatbot. Why we are trying to promote using this chatbot in our teaching and learning. Okay, so this is the link for Mondly, so you can go there and try out yourself. Okay, but most of the chatbot have the paid version, so you can try out the free version first. Okay, this one is a free one. I've tried that. Okay, Egban Education. I would like to learn Japanese. Okay, so this is what I've experienced, the print screen. You can try to click on this. Okay, how to learn Japanese using a chatbot. Okay, so this is Learn Japanese with Egg Bun. Okay, the name of the chatbot. Okay, so what is the benefits of using this kind of chatbot in teaching? Because it's individual learning. Sometimes things that you covered in the lectures, for example, like a normal theory part of concept, okay, all the text, all the images in the lectures, you can convert it to chatbot. Okay, so the student will get the same information, will get the same knowledge, but in a different and maybe fun way of learning. Okay, so it is also available 24/7. Okay, and supposedly it will be in an intuitive platform, because we are trying to promote of using chatbot in social media like WhatsApp, Telegram, and etc. And also the applications that that we always use in other and other things, other fields. It's the same as what we have in the chatbot for learning. Okay, so other than that is improving learning effectiveness and satisfaction. Hopefully we can do that, personalized interaction, engagement, okay, and all the benefits listed before, okay, as in the previous slides. Okay. Okay, so this is two chatbots that we have developed throughout the years. One is Cikgu AI bot, okay, Telegram-based chatbot that teaches artificial intelligence. Okay, you can try to scan that, or maybe you can go to your Telegram, okay, and then search for Cikgu AI bot. Okay, so if you want to know basic artificial intelligence, you can use this chatbot. Okay, but it is we created it in, the language medium is Malay. Okay, Bahasa Melayu. So you can try to look it up. And also a new chatbot that we have created is Cikgu Ada bot. Okay, that teaches data analytics. Okay, so if you have time, you can try out both and see there are actually a significant difference between these two. Okay, so Cikgu AI bot, the way that we develop that is different from the Cikgu Ada bot. Okay, so you can try to scan. Okay, or else you can just go to your Telegram and then search for the bot. Okay, so Telegram memang banyak chatbot. Okay, you can type bot, you can have a lot of many kind of bots there. Okay. All right. Okay, so this one is in the Putra MOOC platform, so you can, whenever you want to try, to find the link to these two chatbots is there. Okay, you can go there and look up in this notes. Okay, all right. So when I mentioned that the Cikgu AI bot and Cikgu Ada bot are using different instruction is actually based on these two different teaching strategies that we are trying to show. One is direct and another one is indirect instruction. Okay, so I think those are from the education background. You are very clear on these two instructions. One is more towards the lecturer centered, another one is student centered. So we are trying to emulate these two kind of instructions in the chatbot to see which one are better, and we would like to transform and improve, okay, what we can do in these two chatbots. This is example of print screen, okay, for Cikgu AI bot. Okay, maybe some of you who haven't installed the Telegram yet. Okay, so you can see this because not everybody ada Telegram, right? So we I share with you this screenshot. So basically, when you go, you search and click on the Cikgu AI bot. Okay, so you will see this screen. Okay, so we are trying to have different interactions and also different materials other than text per se. So we have, for example, we have images. Okay, that is the basic materials. For teaching and learning, we can also have menus. If you can see like perincikan lagi at the bottom there, pergi ke criteria AI, there is actually menus where you can, the students or users can click and then go to the other sections. It's actually for self-regulated learning, so you are not necessarily go flow by flow, okay, like what we have in our lecture slide, step by step, page 1, page 2, page 3. So you can jump around, okay, in the chatbot. You can also have interaction via text input, okay, other than clicking menu. You can type, okay, as what we have, like what we have in our, in messaging. We have WhatsApp or Telegram. How we actually interact with other people or with a chatbot is by typing. So we can also have that interactions in the chatbot. Okay, so we can also have quizzes, okay, simple quizzes, and we can give feedback directly, okay, whether the student, oh, dah summary dah lajunya. Okay, whether the students are correct or wrong when they answer these questions. Okay, so this is example of a chatbot for learning. Okay. Okay, we have the conversational strategies of chatbot. Okay, so chatbot has different strategies to make sure that the users are can use the chatbot effectively lah. Okay, so this explanation on onboarding, self-regulated learning, feedback, error handling, I've include them in the module 2. Okay, so if you want to know more about these strategies, you can continue with module 2. Okay, so this is onboarding. Okay, the example of onboarding, you are actually the chatbot are actually explaining about itself, what it can do. Okay, so self-regulated learning, feedback is like what I've mentioned in previous slides. So it can also have rich interactions such as this. Okay, we can recommend websites. Okay, we can have images. We can also have emojis. So emojis is very, very normal in our communication through this social media. We can have also videos recommendation and also text input. Okay. All right. So this is the interactive quizzes that we can have. We can have like this. If you can see, true or false. Okay. Maybe some correct. Select MCQ, multiple choice questions. Okay. So when they answer correctly, you can say, jawapan anda tepat. You are correct. Okay. And then you can ask them to go to other topics. If you have wrong answer, maybe you can say that is wrong, and then what is the correct answer, why that is correct answer, so you can plan lah how to give feedback. Okay, you can also have multiple choice question. Macam mana saya nak tengok I think I have one chat. I'm not sure whether it's a question or not because I couldn't see my chat. Mana saya punya?
Dr. Amy,
yes.
Sorry to interject your presentation. Will you be able to respond to the question from participants?
Itulah, I couldn't see my, sekejap.
Okay, no problem.
I couldn't see my chat screen. Okay. Okay, which chatbot do you use? Sorry, I couldn't, I'm not very clear what kind of, what do you mean by which chatbot? Is it how I develop the chatbot or ni from YouTube. Alamak, macam ni macam ni nak to get more information from Dr. Camelia.
Dr. Camelia.
So that's from YouTube.
So let's wait for the extension of the question, perhaps.
All right, because I'm not very clear what does it what does it mean by which chatbot do you use? Because the one that we have created is these two. Okay, we are using Telegram to create. We deploy or we install the chatbot on the Telegram. Okay, so it can also be installed on WhatsApp deployed on WhatsApp or other platform like Facebook Messenger also has chatbot. In terms of developing, okay, I think in my module 2, alamak kejap. Kena login pula. Tak ya? Ke tak payah. Okay. It will be automatically disconnected if you did not respond in some time. Jap, Okay, right. In terms of develop, if let's say Dr. Camelia is asking how actually I've created the chatbot, but I don't think that is the question. Module 2 is actually on the planning and design, okay, because when we are creating a chatbot for learning, it's the same as how we create other technologies for teaching and learning. We need to have a design phase, we need to plan and in detail of what we actually will create. Okay, so these are all the I've suggested one of the way how we can plan and design a chatbot. Okay, because chatbot is in a the way that we plan our videos, for example, for our teaching learning are different. Chatbot have extra steps, okay, in terms of the interaction flow, in terms of the rich interaction. So we need to plan and design and create all of them first, and then we can embed it in our development framework. Okay, module 3 is the one where we can build the chatbot. Okay, I actually use the Google Dialogflow. Okay, so you can go to this slideshow, okay, to see. Okay, I've listed here step by step, okay, how the chatbot can be created. Okay, but what I've mentioned earlier, because each of the module here are actually in sequence, so you need to complete the module 1 first and then continue with module 2 so that you can design and plan your chatbot first before you build the chatbot. Okay, so it's a very long process. So I don't think we can finish them all today, but please feel free to contact me. I think I have listed here my email. Okay, you can also contact me through the Putra MOOC platform, okay, as your instructor. So I can get all the questions and I will try to assist you to make sure that you can create your own chatbot for your teaching and learning. Yes, how to develop the chatbot file or questions to embed in Telegram, for example. Okay, yes, as what I mentioned, you need to, it's the same as what we have done in our other teaching and learning materials. Let's say you want to develop a video. So what the first thing that we do is we plan what should be in this screen, what should we display in this screen. So we will have the text, we will have the images, and maybe we have the links to other websites or videos, YouTube. Okay, so we need to have we plan that first, and then we will develop chatbot using the Google Dialogflow. So if you are keen, I will show a little bit on the platform that being used, that will be used by you guys lah later on. Mana dia punya link? I thought I've shared with you step by step there. Okay, this one. All right. So it's in module 3, Dr. Camelia. So you can go to the module 3. In one of the slides, I've listed the link. So we will use this Google Dialogflow platform lah atau services. Okay, there is a free one, there is a paid one, so we will use the free one. So you can go down and then okay, this is the edition, so we will use the Dialogflow ES. Okay, so I click that one. Yang lagi satu tu berbayar. So this one is free one, essential. So sorry, this is the one that we will be using. Okay, so I really recommend all of you to plan first. Okay, you can use usual presentation slide that you have. For example, like our lecture slides kan, kita pakai PowerPoint. First slide what should be displayed, second slide what should be displayed. So you can use something like that, okay, and then convert this information in your presentation slide to the chatbot. Okay, so in module 3, there is step by step on how to do that. Okay, but as what I've mentioned, feel free to contact me if you have other question, you have additional questions, but you can try to go through in module 3 first. But basically, this is the one. There is no programming needed. Okay, but you need to have to really understand your chatbot. What is the things that you want to include? Okay, and then plan satu-satu kita masukkan as the intents. Okay, how you create all of this is in the module 3. Okay, so I hope that I actually clear. The way that I plan the module 3 is very clear enough. But if you still have problems in understanding that, please contact me or maybe CADe, so we can help you to help to create your own chatbot. Okay. All right. Ada lagi tak question? I hope I answer your question here, Dr. Camilla. Okay, so basically this is the one. Okay, in module 3 adalah dalam tu. Okay, so I think are you ready? Dr. Fadina is in front of me right now. Okay, Dr. Kaizi, what do you suggest? Should we have while waiting for the question, should we have maybe 10 minutes break ke? Macam mana?
Well, actually, I have one question related to the enrollment key. I was trying to maneuver all the contents in the Putramuk, but all the contents are accessible, but the one that I need to participate in the forum discussion requested enroll key. So the enroll key hold by the webmaster or by you?
Enroll key on the forum, chatbot. Everyone should enroll first. Enroll in the course first. I think Dr. Kaizi, you have did you have have you enrolled in the course?
No, I haven't. So where exactly the button that we can click to enroll for this course?
You should, okay, yeah, when you log in, okay, that should be the first thing that we did, right? So when you log into your Putramuk platform, okay, when you go to the list of courses, you should see the okay, for example, this one. Okay, okay, let's say because I am the creator of the chatbot, so I couldn't enroll myself lah. Okay, for example, I go to another course that I haven't enrolled, for example, artificial intelligence. When you click on the title there, okay, there should be this interface, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there is one button down there called enroll me.
Okay.
Have you clicked on that?
I tried out to enroll for chatbot for learning with Dialogflow ES ni, but I couldn't find the enrollment key lah. I think I need to talk to
maybe
someone.
Dia tak ada remote key. This one is for artificial intelligence.
So let me try out the artificial intelligence.
Ini artificial intelligence. So for dalam course tu ada
yeah. The AI and data literacy ni they got this enroll me. But the chatbot doesn't have.
Chatbot doesn't have the enroll me. I think that is the the setting of the chatbot. Let me coming. Coming. Okay, because we are actually quite new in this
Yeah.
apa offering the course, so ada hiccup sikit. Tak ada. Okay, you can try again in a few minutes. So we are trying to see what is actually the enrollment key. Okay, other than that, ada tak problem? Okay, one quick question. Now that we have finished module 1, is the checklist supposed to be green? Yes, it's supposed to be green. If not, please inform me again, so I can bring forward the problems to CADe, okay, to the system ni lah. Okay, sekejap. Because I am the instructor, so my view is quite different. So I need to change my view to students so that I can see. Okay.
So it works perfectly fine for
Artificial
Chatbot for
intelligence.
learning. For chat, now it has a self-enrollment student enrollment key. So
okay.
okay.
All right.
Thank you.
So the problem solved, kan?
Problem solved.
All right. Okay.
So let's open up to questions and answer session. If any of the participants would like to post a question on the chat box, feel free to do that. Or if you want to interact synchronously with Dr. Amy, please do so. Thank you.
Dr. Norris, can you refresh the screen ke? Boleh tak nampak? Because actually this is the first cycle of testing juga lah ni for the micro-credential course before we actually offered them officially. So please feel free to try out and inform us lah if you have found some anything lah on the courses. Okay, in the meantime, we also take, around 10 minutes break kot. Boleh tak, Dr. Haize?
Sure.
All
Okay,
right.
let's take 10 minutes break. So we'll come back at 11:30.
All right. Okay.
For the third session. All right, welcome back to the second half of our international session of IIOE webinar session. Again, we would like to welcome our next speaker for this event. Together with us today is Associate Professor Dr. Nur Fadila Muhammad Sharif from Faculty of Computer Science and Information Technology, Universiti Putra Malaysia. And of course, we would like to elaborate further on this initiative on the pilot project of micro-credential efforts from Universiti Putra Malaysia. Is Dr. Fad here? Okay. So without further ado, I would like to call upon Associate Professor Dr. Nur Fadila to share her sharing session. The screen is yours, Dr. Fad.
Thank you very much, my brother, Dr. Muhammad Khaizir. Assalamualaikum. Good morning, everyone. Oh, it's approaching noon. So I hope that you have had a good time with the session. I would like to also welcome everyone to Putra MOOC. This is a platform owned by UPM for our online learning initiatives. We have two initiatives in the Putra MOOC platform. First is called Putra MOOC, which is the I would say if compared to the micro-credentials courses, the Putra MOOC courses are longer term courses, while the micro-credentials courses are short-term courses, and when you enroll, you can get badges and certificates as well. So today, I am entrusted to deliver one course for you, which is called Artificial Intelligence and Data Literacy for Educators. Before we proceed, allow me to play the teaser video to share with you about this course. All right, coming up. Okay, let's watch this. Alright, thank you very much for the attention. I hope everyone has managed to create your accounts in the Putra MOOC. If you haven't, allow me to share the link with you. So please go to www.putramooc, that is putramooc.upm.edu.my. Once you're in, you will see this page. Sorry, you'll see this page, the site home, and on the top right you can see login. In my case, because I have already logged on, so I can see my name here, so please click that, and when you click there you would be taken to a page to log in. If it is your first time, please feel free to create your account. Scroll down on the right, you can see create new account. Please click this and follow through with the steps. Earlier on, when you visited the Chatbot course, because previously we wanted to promote the Chatbot course as well as two more micro-credentials courses in UPM, we set guest access. So there is no login needed. The purpose is to promote to other people and to show this is how to create micro-credentials course. But because for our session today, the intention is for you to go through the learning session, and hopefully some of you will be able to get badges and eventually get the certificate. It is important and compulsory for you to please log in first. So only if you log in, then you would be able to get the badges. Before I proceed to my course, allow me to give a quick promo on what we have in the platform. If you go to the courses, you can see two menus, Putra MOOC and micro-credentials. let's go to micro credentials. In here, you can see that we are building a lot of courses. The courses that we are using today is are under the Faculty of Computer Science and Information Technology courses. You can see this I button. This I button is clickable. So please click the I button. You can see the summary of the course. You can see the synopsis of the course as well as the learning outcome, the teaser video as I played for you earlier, as well as the details of the course. Then please click the enter this course. Here, I would like to invite you all, if you couldn't find that, please enroll in this course and join me. Okay, come, I have give you the link. Please feel free to enter this course. This course takes about 9 hours to complete as overall. So in this session today, I'm going to take you through to the modules that we have as a briefing and hopefully to motivate you to complete the course. And eventually, you will be able to get the digital badges and the certificates from the course. Well, I think many of you have heard that micro-credentials course is for charge. Right now, we haven't implemented the charge yet. So some of the courses that you are seeing now is open free. So it's early bird and free time. So hopefully a lot of you will go in. Under this course, in the menu page just now, you can see Chatbot for Learning with Dialog Flow. This is the one that you have enrolled earlier. And there is another course on AI that has been ready for you. This AI course is shorter, AI for Society in 100 minutes. So previously, this AI course have been enrolled by about 147 students from school. So please feel free, guys, to distribute the information about this course to maybe your family, to maybe the schools of your children. So because the content is available, it's free, and it's digestible for society. So please be welcome and join the course. All right, now let's go to this course. If you haven't logged in, again, it will ask you to log in here. I have my login information ready, so I'm in. Hopefully that you are in as well. So when we are using this, there are several ways as an educator for us to see how many participants are in, what are they doing now. So this is part of the things that we can use as an educator. It is also similar to the one that is available in Putra Blast actually, although with a different interface. So please feel free to explore your Putra Blast after. Hopefully, many of you have started to enroll. Right, let me take you through. I will now change to the view as a student. To do this, I click on my name. For you, maybe it's not relevant, but maybe you can take this tab to use in your class in Putra Blast. All right, so this is your view, I believe. So some information on the course is provided at the top. This course offers 3 digital badges from each module, one from each module. The first module focuses on the educators' AI and data literacy competency. So we are blessed that today's event being sponsored by UNESCO, there are many policies related to educators, digital competence for AI and data literacy competence provided by the UNESCO, UNICEF, as well as by the European Union. So those are the things of the content that are covered in the first module on AI and data literacy policies for educators. So I'm going to take you through that video in a few minutes. But before that, allow me to play these quick facts on AI. And in this video, there are 10 quick facts on AI. You can, well, if you think that the video is relevant, please feel free to reuse this video in your course or maybe pass it around. Let's look at what AI is about. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, so the first video has shown about some quick facts on AI. So hopefully this is the first window to some formal education, if I can borrow that words for us as an educator. Well, many people are now talking about AI and data science, machine learning. As an educator, we know that AI is coming into educations, either in the form of AI as application or AI as an education, AI into the curriculum. So how can we make ourselves as an educator relevant to AI? This is what this course would be able to guide you through, to provide you for materials, to introduce to you about AI, about data literacy in the context of the policies, what are the competencies needed, as well as same time trying to complete some badges to learn. I have prepared some activities in the course. Before we do that together, I would like to keep on welcoming all of you to please enroll the course. Be welcome. While there are, hopefully the materials would be relevant to you. When you enroll, maybe you would see there is this button with this tick box. This tick box button will be automatically ticked to green if you have completed the materials. So how to make you complete it? You need to click on either this label or the icon or this write-up for you to go into the material. So when you go there, hopefully it will turn green. Should you have any problem, I'd be happy to help you. So you can either post it in the chat box here in the Zoom or follow me through the message button. If you go up here to the top of the page in Putramook, you can see there's two tiny buttons. First is with this view of bell. The next is message. We can use this to communicate to each other. You can send message to me here, or be welcome to use this chat room. So let's use this chat room for you to maybe introduce yourself, for you to ask for assistance. I would be happy to communicate with you. All right, if you are ready, let us do this word puzzle. Maybe just now, some of you did not really focus on what have been played in the video. So this is us emulating ourselves as, well, active student, hopefully. So you can use this to be able, you need to complete this as part of the requirements to complete that first module. Well, to you, maybe this does not seems too challenging or whatever, but pedagogically, as you are looking at these words, then you will be able to relate this with some of the contents that have been provided in module 1's video, which I haven't played, but at least we can use this as a way for you to prepare yourself with what the content would be in this module. I am trying to find safety. I've got safety now. Safety. All right, got one. Digital, let's go. So typically when I conduct a session like this, if we do it physical, or maybe we can do it at once with our friends online, then we can set a time to raise and to see who completed things first. Well, some people say that playing while learning will be able to activate certain neurons. So we need to be happy and try to enjoy in what we are learning. Right. Any question, any problem? Are you all okay and following? Anyone? You okay? So you
Yes,
can
fine,
complete
Dr. Fai.
this. All right. Well, at least this as an educator would give us a break and at the same time to try to look at how come ethics is here in this module. What is the relationship between the ethics and the searching with AI? Is searching part of AI? How so? So this is where, although not fully covered about the AI-based searching in this course, I would like to also encourage you to go to the other course, AI for Society. The video has been played earlier for you, I understand. And also, again, the course is open for you. Please go in and hopefully you can complete and learn about AI for Society as well. Okay, I'm almost done. Well, I'm quite slow in playing these games. Got 10 now. So you can retry or check or maybe go to the next. And well, please feel confidence, have some brevity to click the quiz. But of course, in this quiz, it will measure your understanding and you have 3 attempts only. For you to be able to complete that, I would encourage you to please complete all the materials step by step religiously so that you will be able to know what AI and what the content is about. Okay, somehow the link is not set properly. Okay, here there is another video, but now I'm not going to play the video for you. Instead, I am going through the slides that I have prepared earlier for me to prepare the video. So in case that you are interested to build micro credentials on your own, maybe I can share some of the stories on how I did one. So basically, I created the storyline. So in this storyline, well, I think Google Slides are now becoming one of my staple apps to use every day. Besides, well, I used to use PowerPoint, but now I really fall in love with Google Slides and all other Google products. So use this and well, we can put colors and whatever inside and create this as a storyline. From this storyline, what I did was actually I use Canva. So if you're interested to learn Canva, I would like to invite you to come to our micro credentials courses that CADe conduct from time to time. In the short future, next 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, there will be one course on how to develop micro credentials. It is a workshop and part of the steps that part of the content of that course is to cover on how to use Canva and how to create it into the platform like me and Dr. Emmy has done. So, well, maybe I can show a bit as a teaser to encourage you to come into that workshop before I play that, because this is part of the competency as well. So basically in our videos, we put intro videos. So this is the intro video that you can see to introduce about the micro-credential CPM. This is the first page. The landscape of education has changed. Learners in this generation undergo learning events by utilizing knowledge from various digital sources. You can see that I put several videos in one video. Well, hence it's a bit slow here because not in live session. The way students learn, maybe can fast forward. The European Framework for Digital Competence for Educators, we can create several kinds of videos. So hopefully by going through this session today, you can see that in a micro-credentials course, we can use many kinds of materials and it should be self-instructional material. So self-instructional material means that when we look at the module, when we look at the materials, it supports the learner to learn without the instructor being around them. And one of the magic to make this happen is by putting the instruction like this and try to motivate them by putting suitable infographics, suitable icons, suitable colors to entice them to stay into the course. The first video in this module, you can see that there are some little dots over here. These little dots is because I have embedded the video from YouTube and how I put it up into YouTube. After I created the PowerPoint, after I created the slides here, since I already have a storyline and I know what I want to explain, then I created the video using Canva. And after, I usually create the graphics first. So in this graphic, I put in the video with the images and I put some words and maybe like this one. There are some words, some parts I copy pasted from the earlier slides, some part I type such as this, and then we can put animation. Well, it is a bit addictive actually to some point, but at the same time, it will give you satisfaction because we are practicing digital competency for an educator. So imagine we are generating content and we can put the content up for other people's benefit, or at least to use for our own benefit to share with our students and others. Just then, so this is the storyline that we can create pages, we can animate, and we can put elements here. So under this elements part, we can see there are items. So just click like this. It's as easy as this. And you can move it to anywhere that you want. You can animate whatever you want it to be done with. And then usually after I have completed the storyline, which also involves swapping certain pages. Well, this is normal. And also maybe splitting certain pages, because when I go to certain pages like this, then I can click audio and I can click upload, and this is actually where I record myself, and hence you can see this picture. So this technique is called screencasting with the mix of animated video. In this course, you can see that there are various kinds of videos being used. There are screencasting videos with animation. There is solely animation video. There are also tutorials that does not have any audio, just some music. Some of them are step-by-step. So please feel free to use the materials. So from this, after we are done, we can click share and we can download. And this is the video that if you are developing Putramuk or micro-credentials course, you can give and share the materials to CADe. CADe will help with the editing if needed. And we will upload it to the CADe's channel, and we set up it into the course like what you see today. All right. I promised to go through this, so let us go here. Well, in this slide,
Lina,
yes.
Rafida ni, tadi you showed your YouTube tu tadi, there's a time spot tu kan, few times. How do you, yeah?
Yes, this time spot. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I tend to jump here and there sometimes. Thank you for reminding me. Let me show you how it is like when editing. So when you use your Putra Blast or Putramuk, you can do the same. First, okay, I think I should show here. And then this module, okay, this is just actually pictures. We put in the picture, resize it and put the words. If you notice, or maybe I should change to student view again. If you notice under this, there is different icon. Although the picture here, both are video, but the first one is developed using H5P. This is a H5P video, interactive video, and these dotted lines is because there is interaction in the video. So maybe I can quickly slide it towards here and to contribute to the wealth of digital curation. Besides,
so yang tu from
an
H5P lah. I
educator
thought
is
it's in the
expected
YouTube
to
itself.
know suitable software right here. Originally in the YouTube, I can take this. What is the title? Wait, let me try to find this video. Okay, this is the teaser. Wait. Okay. So this is the same video and utilize tools. This is the same video, and if you see here, firstly no dots and no interaction. In the platform, we can put interaction for purposes like this. So it becomes an interactive video where while watching, we can also include some activity for the students to do, like this part. So while watching, we can even enrich further the learning experience rather than just watching. And this is actually the beauty of using learning management system properly to support learning. Compared to the YouTube, as I played just now, I bet some people might have been distracted looking around and maybe watching around, but maybe you're still active listening to your ears. Well, I tend to do that as well. But when we do this in our learning management system, we can set such that students have to we can pause the video such that it wouldn't play if the student did not resume, or we can do several other pausing activities, or even not allowing the student to slide forward. And we can put other activities inside, like asking them questions. But in this case, I didn't ask question because to me, this is the first videos that I want to be nice to and welcoming to other people, and at least to show that there is interaction that we can do in here. Is the explanation clear, Dr. Rafida? Okay, Dr. Rafida. Okay, all right. So coming back to the slides. So in the first module, there are several references that have been used to be able to, well, I would say to check what is the competency that we need to prepare ourselves, where we are, what we need to learn to become a good educator, especially in this digital age. So there are a few references that have been used. The first one is the Digital Competency Framework for Citizens, or also known more popularly as DICCOM 2.1. There is also UNESCO's Framework for ICT Competency for Teachers, published in 2018. Then the more recent, the one published by European Union, DICCOM 2.2. Then looking at the teacher training for data literacy and computer science competences. So the idea is that we imagine that AI, data literacy will come almost, if I'm not mistaken, many faculties are now considering to include or immerse or inject some AI and data literacy into their curriculum. So as an educator, we need to be able to at least understand what AI and data literacy is. So amazingly, European Union, UNESCO, and UNICEF have prepared this for our guidance. And in Malaysia, there are also several references that we can consider to equip ourselves with. Well, many people know that our role as an educator is now changing. We are now becoming the facilitator or learning mediator while the students do more of the learning, while we step aside and guide them to learn, complete their learning task. Let us look at the definition of digital competence. This is the definition that was produced by the Council of EU in 2018. Digital competence, if we look at the definition, focuses on safety first, the safe, critical, and responsible use of and interaction with digital technologies for learning at work and for participation in society. And this policy is digital competency for citizens. So imagine for us to teach our students, and they are a citizen, but we are a citizen as well. At least we need to be able to understand as a citizen what is the digital competency that they need to have, and they need to be we as an educator need to guide and prepare the environment for them to equip themselves, for the students to be able to be a good digital citizen. And this encompasses several competencies such as information and data literacy, communication and collaboration, media literacy, digital content creation, security, IP issues, problem solving, and critical thinking. Nowadays, this is already normal to us because this is published in 2018. Let us fast forward to see 2022. This is the 2022 digital competency. In the course, you can see there is a page that lists the references. Once you click the link, it should tick green for you. So please feel free to go to that page and take your time to read. Well, maybe you are not interested to read all, but there are several policies or references that I highly recommend you, and give me a few minutes to take you through that. Well, the digital competence framework for citizens highlight that digital competence is indeed one of the key competences for a citizen. So imagine, this is the citizen of the future of us nowadays. Citizen nowadays is not the same as the challenge citizen before, or maybe now we actually have more challenge compared to them. But well, what I like about this, and I really appreciate that there is this Bible or this reference for us to look at. Well, maybe we can also consider to try to check this with the learning outcome that we have. Are we really still doing relevant curriculum writing? Are we referring to what we need to prepare? Because the information management and lifelong learning are part of the learning outcome and PEO of many programs. So these are the things that we need to consider. So we have digital content creation here. If you see, all these 5 competences are still maintaining the one that was published in 2018. However, this time there are several refinements and the use cases that are being mentioned, and you can see further when you read that policy. Okay, so here the competences highlighting all the focuses on managing digital identity. Before this keyword did not appear, managing digital identity. Nowadays we have digital identity. When we are evolving, or we are in the middle of managing some digital content creation, we does not only need to know how to develop one, but also how to integrate and re-elaborate. And this includes curating and co-creating digital content. And nowadays, we use the word licenses. Before this, just IP, now copyright and licenses. And even, this is new, 3.4, programming is under digital content creation. Because nowadays, well, programming can be with code or no code. So you create things. So this is the new thing upcoming now. This is still from 2018, but this one, why I liked it? I highlight it because of the word pedagogy there, organization and administration for an educator. Well, guys, if we say that we just come back from PhD, we are not trained to become an educator. We are asked to teach, and we are asked to supervise and whatever. Actually, there is this reference that we can look at to be able to equip ourselves and to be able for us to check and even guide us. And in fact, for your information, CADe also refers to all these materials in our CPD programs framework for the CBT, TNL and all. Okay, for the 2022 policy that is produced by UNICEF, and this framework is for educators' digital competency framework. There are 4 elements, 4 competences that are being highlighted. First is educators' pedagogic competences. So this means that we have to be able to connect our teaching, and we need to do it with digital as connection to national policy. We need to be able to know how to give inclusive digital teaching and learning, how to do digital assessment approaches. Well, although in the course, the micro-credentials course, there is no content specifically that teach you how to do each of these, but hopefully at least this can trigger you to read further into the framework in the book, because it is very complete and you can read yourself and obtain badges because some of the questions are based on those references. Under the learner's competences, we need to be able to guide the students, the learner, digital competence. So when we do activities in our class, well, ask them to practice digital competence responsibly to solve some problems that we assign them according to our subject matter. Under the knowledge sharing, the professional engagement and collaboration, as what we do today, we reflect on existing pedagogical approaches, we do coaching and mentoring, and we share among each other. The knowledge and communication competence focus on the organizational communication, on the digital organizational communication with learners and other stakeholders, as well as with the school community, and secure as well as responsible use of digital resources. So if you see the keywords responsible, secure, inclusive, these are all the buzzwords today. This one would be specific to computer science competence and data literacy competence, but actually the word computer science there is directly reflected with the second focus there, artificial intelligence for education. And this is what I'm going to highlight. But before that, there are 3 slides here that shows on the 4 proficiency level. Well, there are 4 proficiency levels, and there are competency according to the level. So that is why I suggested just now. I think this is quite a good rubrics for us to consider for our courses that relates to information management, that relates to lifelong learning, that relates to digital skills. We can consider this, and we can not only look at the individual learner's progress, but also on how this person communicate with others and also demonstrating their leadership. If we look at the advanced level here and the highly specialized proficiency level here, look at the competency, ability of the person to propose and vary personal search strategies. Well, for us, maybe we think that this is mundane, but if we compare one person with another, the speed of one person to be able to find accurate, good, reliable information, these are very valuable nowadays compared to other people who does not even know what source to find that information. And this is the skill that revolves around the ability to browse, to search, to filter and manage the data, as well as to evaluate the resource that the person is referring to. If we look at this competency, assessing the credibility and reliability of sources of data, as well as to create solutions to solve complex problems based on, it is very specific, guys, based on analyzing and evaluating the credibility of the sources, the reliability of the sources. And this will be the generation that we want to produce in our classroom, under our wing, in our university, for our generation. Right, so these are all for the first focus. Now, let's look at the second focus, AI for education. In this framework, TrainDL looks at 3 perspectives. First is on the technical perspective, to know how AI works. Before we know how AI works, if you recall, I played the video on 10 quick facts of AI for you. So at least before you know how AI works, you can know what is AI. Okay, and in the course also, you can see under the section, there is one small infographics that shows the definition of AI literacy, the definition of data literacy to guide and to familiarize you. And again, there are 2 courses that you can consider under this program to equip you, AI for Society and the AI and Data Literacy for Educator. Right, coming back to this technical perspective, how AI works. This framework looks as well at the societal and cultural perspective on how AI would affect society and would affect culture. And this is where ethics and bias falls in. The third is the application perspective on how to use AI. And this is summarized by this screen. If you are watching my video or you would watch my video, or if you have watched it, I have put this slightly different representation there for you to be able to connect. AI technical perspectives. So when we talk about AI, at least there are some of these terminologies that can come across your mind. At least you know that the keywords of AI, there are some characteristics of AI. In the other course, the AI for Society, I have shown the AI, the characteristics of intelligence. There are 5 characteristics of intelligence for you to be able to identify, oh, this is AI system. And we can define AI according to its ability to sense, to be able to communicate, to solve problems, to perceive, to reason. And this is the definition and ability for us to identify the AI. We can also categorize AI according to strong, weak. Well, actually, there are other categorization as well, such as narrow, general intelligence, super intelligence, but at least you know that there are such keywords. Under AI technical perspectives, we cannot miss machine learning. Machine learning are divided into supervised learning, unsupervised learning, as well as reinforcement learning. Well, for each of these, there are specific information inside. If you recall the previous session, Cikgu AI bot, you can use Cikgu AI bot to learn about AI as well. It teaches you about AI through chatbots, and there are 8 concepts of AI inside, and I think 10 algorithms, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 10 algorithms, 8 AI concepts. So please feel free to familiarize yourself, equip yourself with knowledge about AI. Under the societal and cultural perspective, we can see, well, the word bias. Well, indeed, in AI research now, bias, human responsibility, human interaction is at the buzzword now. People are really looking at it now, trying to make it improve and trying to be able to come up with explainable AI. So when people use an AI, they will be able to understand what is this AI doing with precaution, with responsibility. The user of AI will be able to decide, is this AI suitable to be applied? Is it prone to error? Is it suitable actually? Is this method suitable actually for this use case? How to apply this to specific data-driven problems? Okay, so now that you are familiarized with AI, I would like to introduce to you about this reference. This is K-12 AI curriculum produced by UNESCO. And it is believed that the world citizens nowadays need to understand what the impact of AI might be, what AI can or cannot do, when it is useful, when we should question it. Is it really suitable for us to use it? Is it really secure? How about its sustainability? How about its impact? Would it exploit unnecessarily? Is it stable? And how we might steer it for the public good. And because of that, we can start to talk about AI literacy. AI literacy comprises of data literacy and algorithm literacy. What is AI literacy? This revolves around the first part, data literacy, or the ability of AI to collect, to clean, to manipulate, and analyze data, and algorithm literacy. This algorithm literacy is the second part, the ability to understand how AI find patterns and connections in the data. If you read the framework, you will be able to find lengthy discussion, but I have prepared a concise version for you. You can see here, AI literacy, data literacy, and algorithm literacy. Under the AI literacy, under the data literacy, where is it? Okay. Under the data literacy, how AI collects. So I provided the answer directly for you. AI collects data through sensors or provided by humans or through its observations by machine learning algorithms. How AI cleans. AI cleans, manipulates, and analyzes data according to its observation model. And this is similar to humans' mental model and depending on the algorithm that is used in the AI application. Well, the second part, algorithm literacy, ability to understand how AI algorithms find patterns, how it finds the patterns, how it finds the connection, and how this can be used for interaction. Well, actually, there are many ways, many of the techniques, and these techniques are actually called pattern recognition. It is, again, similar to how a human's brain, when we try to detect or try to recognize something, what happens is that first we perceive with our ears, our eyes, or our sensors. So firstly, the input is that it's senses. Then it goes into our brain. In our brain, we save the information as a memory. And in our brain, because we have all the neurons and synapses, it will connect. So this connection will be saved in our memory drawer. And in our memory drawer, what the AI does similarly is that it organizes. And this is what is happening in our brain as well. It organizes. How does AI organizes information and find connection? First, it can either randomly guess, like us. Sometimes we actually don't know something, but we want to show that we know something. So we say that we just randomly guess, or we just use our intuition or our hunch. And also sometimes we calculate the possibility or probability. We think that that is probable that this can be 90%, today it won't rain, something like that. Or calculating similarity among patterns. So there are some numerical measures, methods like Euclidean distance, Jaccard, Dice, Manhattan distance. So these are the name of the techniques, and utilize, or maybe also utilize the weight of the features. As a human, when we conduct decision making, we prioritize over something. Some things we put greater weight compared to other factors, right? And this is similar to what the AI does as well, in the form of symbol representation, in the form of some values that we assign, and we also give the response back to the algorithm, where this is where the algorithm associate the feedback to predict and to produce some output. Okay, so coming back to this, I hope you are all still okay. Ready? Can I see some responses, please? Are you all still with me?
Still with you.
Still? Can I see some icons, please? No icons? Please use the reaction so I can see that you're still around. All right, thank you. Ready to move on? All right, let's go. Now, what you can see on the screen is the learning outcomes that the UNESCO has highlighted. And if you look at this, I need to hide this video for Ting Tang. Okay. learning outcomes of AI curricula. There are several competency that we need to imagine that maybe for us, we need some time to familiarize, similar like other people as well, or the students that we are preparing. But what this reference tells about is that there are this 17 set of competency with these learning outcomes that needs to be infused into AI curricula. And the guide and the example that is being prepared here is based on several other countries that have infused AI into their curriculum. For example, if you look at number 4, general versus narrow AI, the ability to understand and distinguish difference between general and narrow AI. Well, I'm not saying that everybody needs to take the AI course as maybe 42 credits. What do we call it? 3 credits. 3 credits, 42 hours. 42 hours, but at least to have a condensed version of knowledge like what you have on the screen right now, then that is why we have these micro credentials. And if we look at maybe number 14, action and reaction, understand that some AI systems have the ability to physically act on the world. Some AI systems have the ability to physically act on the world. It can be directed by a higher level reasoning, such as robots that walk along a planned path. So there is some reasoning. What are the reasonings about? Maybe it sense again, it sense whether it should go to the left, should go to the right, should speed up, it should go up, it should brake. And these are the reasoning or decision making based on some impulses or some responses that it can do. All right. So hopefully you would be able to look more into that. All right. Then the next part is on the AI roadmap, the Malaysian National AI Roadmap 2021 until 2025. In this roadmap, one of the national AI use cases that is highlighted is personalized learning through AI. Excuse me, personalized learning through AI. This slide shows about the AI innovation system. So please feel free, you can download it. Dr. Amy, can you please help give them the AI roadmap book, airmap.my? Thank you. Then in here, we can all position ourselves into contributing to make AI roadmap implementable. Doesn't matter what your discipline is. Okay. There is this explanation in the playbook that you can see. And what I am trying to show is this one, education. I'm blessed that the project that me, Dr. Kaiser, and Dr. Amy has done previously was spotted as the highlight for AI implementation in education. So hopefully one of the ways that we are implementing AI education for educators, AI education for society is implemented through this micro-credentials course. And at the same time, we are also inching towards implementing the AI as application for education. There are 3 projects being highlighted. First is the personalized learning system. Second is the intelligent automated assessment system. So we can imagine that, and we are hoping and hopefully there will be budget and also trust and the technology will be stable to support us as educator to do automatic marking so that we can do more valuable things. And if this project 5 is really implementable, then it's going to be superb to be able to ensure that everybody would be matched and would be to reduce the unemployability issue. Please feel free, be welcome to, we have created a website on technology for future learning ecosystems, and in that book, we focus on personalized learning with AI as one of the highlights, and this is one of the contents from the book. And the point is that we imagine if AI in education really happens, we want it to be immersed such that that AI can be used to guide us as instructor and to guide the student to know in day one how is the level of student engagement and how would it affect the final outcome. So this is the prediction. And at week 3, how about the risk of that student? How can we help the student? Imagine that there is this tool for us to help the student, and the student can refer themselves rather than them having no compass whatsoever nowadays. They just come to the course and they learn, and we create course materials for them. Well, we still monitor them, not saying that AI will replace everything, but we wish to have more AI that can assist us and make our life better, such as this, as provided in the book. Well, overall, how to make this implementable? It's very beautiful that UNESCO has produced yet another guidance. I am really blessed to be able to find all this to share with you guys. And I am hopeful that what we go through today will be able to change something and make Malaysia, I'm not trying to be biased, but I think everyone is from Malaysia nowadays. And this is actually an advocacy to have AI for education. And to make this happening, the policy makers should have a mindset transformation to be able to think about how AI can be leveraged to enhance education. How can we ensure the ethical, inclusive, and equitable use of AI in education? How can education prepare humans to live and work with AI? And we, everyone here, educators, we play our role in all these questions. So with that, I finished the first module. Allow me to check the chat. Thank you for the response, Dr. Saslina. Hello, Dr. Ling Yan. Hello, Farhana, Diana, and Norris. Thank you very much. Let me check the activity completion. While you listen to me just now, thank you very much for the attention. I would like to encourage you all, since you already have gone through the slides, so it should be a plus point for you. You get some tips already to answer quiz 1. This is student mindset, right? Always asking, oh, what is the tips? Wow. In that quiz, there are 10 questions. Actually, I have a bank question. So one student maybe wouldn't get the same answer or same question as others, as the questions and answers are also shuffled. So please feel free, and the passing marks is 55%. You have 3 attempts only. Manual. Not manual check. Oh, okay. Then I'll change. Okay, for the videos, there are 2 videos, 1 policy. So please just click. When you click, did it become green? Can you please check? Green? Okay. Just click become green, and then you can see here, I extract again important things for you to know. At least looking at this, you know what are the AI technologies, the details, some examples, what are the curriculum areas. And if you are interested to know further, please go through the links as provided at the bottom. So that is from the first module. I hope you still have the energy, and give me about 5 minutes for me to go through to brief module 2 and module 3, please. All right, in module 2, there are some information provided for you for artificial intelligence for personalized learning. There is a video and slideshow for you as well as 1 forum to share about your review on artificial intelligence products for personalized learning, and there is a quiz. So please take time to complete this. For this module, I would say it makes about 1 hour maximum for you to complete the second module. The third module is longer, and actually there is a few materials. The first one is to introduce about learning analytics, the elements of learning analytics. The second is how to set up the learning analytics. Well, if you have been following CADe's programs, maybe you have gone through several learning analytics events that we have conducted over the years to be able to show that actually in UPM, you and many educators have already done some form of learning analytics through your report number 18 in the SMP. But learning analytics scope is much wider actually. We can correlate between the students' learning behavior through the LMS with their performance. So knowledge about this will be able to tell us, well, for this course, it is okay if this, for example, for this course, it is maybe okay for the students who show laggard in the beginning, but eventually that student will pick up because from the learning, from the model that my learning analytics have shown, for this course towards the end, the students will be able to pick up based on my instructional design, for example. And this is the example of insights that the learning artist can give. But I need to also inform you for the third module, I haven't completed the assessment yet. So it will come. Hopefully you can stay along hopefully before the end of Sunday. It will be available for you to download. There are some tutorials that is provided for you. We can go here, and there is also free learning materials prepared for you. Let me share this link. If you have heard about Putra OER, this Putra OER is the place where we can share free materials. All right, let me give you the link here. This link shares free materials about learning analytics. So please feel free to download. If you go to this page, you can see that there are module slides that you can reuse. So anything under this Putra OER, meaning you can reuse freely and it is inclusive. So inclusive meaning it has already been checked with accessibility checker. So please use this. And there are also tutorials here. Tutorials, step-by-step tutorials on how to use Excel to perform descriptive learning analytics. If you are interested to learn further, you want to learn more about data analytics, actually there is another course provided under the title Data Analytics, and this is the Putra MOOC course. This data analytics course is much more technical compared to these two courses, AI for Society and AI for Educator, because in that course, it includes machine learning techniques, includes tasks like clustering, prediction, optimization. But please feel free, just join if you to have a taste and see what it's like. It's free, guys, so please feel free to join that course. Okay, so as of now, I have shared with you 3 courses information. First is this AI and data literacy for educators. I have also promoted to you about AI for society and data analytics. If you are interested to learn about how to develop micro-credential scores, we at CADe have prepared this to learn about how to develop MC course. Please go into this course, and there are materials prepared for you to know what are the stages to develop micro-credentials, what you need to prepare, what are the steps, who you can contact to help you, and stuff like that. So with that, I would like to end my presentation and open for Q&A. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Associate Professor Dr. Nurfadina, for a wonderful sharing. We are now open up to Q&A session. Feel free to either shoot a message on the chat box or interact directly to our presenter today. So I would like to reiterate that this webinar is hosted by Center for Academic Development, Universiti Putra Malaysia. It is part of a pilot project organized by IIOE, the International Institutes of Online Education, for digital educators, specifically tackle on micro-credential efforts, also together with the UNESCO International Center for Higher Education Innovation, ICHI. Hopefully we will be having a series of webinar session that will be talking more of other micro-credential courses in the near future. So I myself, a newcomer to the sort of micro-credential development, I found it quite interesting, and I would like to encourage all of you to participate in this initiative, building up a micro-credential course based on your expert and your specialization. It's quite easy, by the way. I think I have learned
It's
a lot
fun
from
actually. It's tedious, needs a lot of effort, but at the end you feel satisfaction. Come on, guys.
How long did you all take actually?
For myself, how long For me, maybe 1 month.
For me,
1 month, including refinements.
For me, I took it like pretty much 2 weeks, but I'm still upgrading the content and try
Bang, you
to
only have draft, bang, not yet.
Santoy, alright. Okay, so still we open up to Q&A if you have any further questions.
Dr. Fad, I'm interested to Rafidah here. I'm interested to know regarding yang you said can the AI can maybe predict we can target the at-risk students too kan? So you have it's already starting. You ada something like that ke?
If you spend time to look under learning analytics, at-risk student at risk, there are a lot of works on that. But to implement it in UPM, I think that will be more relevant in our context. So what we are doing now is that at the faculty, we are building proof of concept. Through the project AI Perla, we use several, hopefully if you are interested, the next step is for us to try with other faculties. So what we need is data from other faculty. We analyze them and we need to compare the models. But in terms of the algo and the system, it's ready. But more and more day and day when I look around, actually what IR 4.0 means and what AI revolution means is that trying to make the AI immerse into the human. So I can really understand all the sentences that being put in the sentences of the technology is available, but whether it's trustable and suitable to be used in real context, that is what we are doing now. So, well, previously, when I was contemplating to prepare this course, actually the original title was Practical Learning Analytics. But then I realized to do that, there should be a preliminary. So hopefully by looking at the responses and readiness from this preliminary course, AI and data literacy for educators, hopefully I have enough motivation and materials and get feedback to complete the original target, practical learning analytics, so that we can upscale that. Because talking about learning analytics, as you can see in the video, it can be either learning analytics as a process, as a research, or we build and we look at learning analytics as a system, as a product that we can use at the end.
Okay, thank you. Because at the moment what we do is memang all manual lah, so and takes such a long time. I mean the system I know it's available out there, tapi duit lah kan, siapa nak beli sistem mahal-mahal. So it's looking forward to anything that can be automated lah. Right, thank you.
Yes, that's why AI roadmap tu have stated, cuma sekarang ni dekat peringkat kementerian, well, there are governance issues to siapa yang nak keluarkan duit ni nak implement. Kan? So which use case nak implement dulu? Well, normal issues. But people are now seeing and moving towards that, insyaAllah.
All right. So we hope all the participants will try out all the MC courses available at the Putra MOOC platform. So after this, we will get some feedback. We will retrieve some feedback from the participants for the pilot analysis of this effort. So if there is no further question, I would say that let's end this session and hope we will be meeting again on the next exciting CADe events, especially on teaching and learning innovation as well as CPD programs. With that, I end with Tasbih Kifarah and Suratul Asr. Thank you very much and have a blissful day. Terima kasih Dr. Fad, terima kasih Dr. Amy.
Thank you everyone. Have a good lunch.